Are you just starting to collect photos for your marriage green card application?
If so, then this video is exactly the starting point for knowing how to properly submit pictures to the USCIS.
The USCIS may not provide exact details for submitting pictures, but we are breaking down the most successful strategies and what you should never do with your photos.
Hey there, and welcome to our channel.
My name is Margarita.
And my name is Dixon.
We make videos for people who will be going through the marriage adjustment of status process on their own.
So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're always up to date.
Alright, so before we get into all the details, let's talk about how important pictures actually are, since we get this question all the time.
Pictures are in fact important, but they are considered to be a weaker type of evidence. Why? Because in the eyes of the USCIS, technically speaking, those pictures could be staged.
That being said, you still want to make sure you are providing a solid number of pictures to the USCIS so they can see your life, not just on paper.
If you think about it, when you submit your forms and the rest of your evidence to the USCIS, all they are seeing are receipts, different words and numbers, but it's also important to show them you as a couple.
It's that human element that is very important in these types of cases. That's why we always encourage members of our program to include pictures of the two of them from different periods of their relationship, from when they started dating until now.
And if you guys have been active on social media, posting pictures of the two of you for a while, I would also highly encourage you to include those screenshots, since they do show dates and are a public demonstration of your relationship, making your case even stronger.
Okay, so how many pictures should you include? Another huge question we always get. Over time, we've heard some attorneys recommend including 100 pictures per year of the relationship, but that's just way too much.
No USCIS officer would ever go through all of those pictures, and if anything, it could actually raise some red flags and concerns in the form of oversubmission.
Which, by the way, we've made a video on what the USCIS considers to be suspicious when it comes to your application and even the interview, so make sure to check it out before you proceed with the preparation of your application.
But generally speaking, we wouldn't include more than 20 to 30 photos with your initial application. That should be more than enough, and it goes without saying, but make sure to include photos from different times and different settings.
Meaning, if you had a professional photo shoot, don't include 10 pictures from that photo shoot. Include just one or maybe two, and the rest from a different event or whatnot.
Also remember that you will keep taking photos even after you submit your application, so you can always supplement it later on at your interview, if you have one, or inside your USCIS online account.
Alright, so your biggest question might be how to actually put your photos together and what information to provide regarding those photos.
As far as the format goes, the best approach these days might be just placing your photos on a Word document and printing them out from there.
Members of our program have also built beautiful collages and included multiple photos on one page, especially if it was from one event and many people were involved.
And that's honestly a great approach, and we're seeing a lot of success with that. Alternatively, you can have just one photo per page and just include some brief description on when the picture was taken, what the event was, and etc.
Remember, just a short description is more than enough to give an officer an idea on how you guys spend your time together.
Also, be mindful of what pictures you're submitting. We've seen some self-filers in the past submitting pictures that were inappropriate and personal and should have definitely been kept private. And as a result, they were later super stressed out throughout the entire duration of their case, not really being sure if they were going to get approved. Trust me, that is not a fun experience.
Again, just use common sense and make sure you don't reveal something that shouldn't be revealed. And please don't submit anything inappropriate, since that's just another red flag for the USCIS.
Another question we often get is, okay, we have hundreds of photos together since we've been together for a while, so what pictures should I include? Couples often get lost in all of this, so don't worry if you feel that exact same way.
First, definitely include photos from your marriage ceremony, whether it was just at the courthouse or otherwise.
Second, if you guys like to travel together, whether that's somewhere far or even if it was just a weekend trip to a nearby town, definitely include those. Only real couples travel together, so the USCIS loves seeing how you guys spend your time together.
And third, it's always a good idea to include photos with not just the two of you, but other people in them as well. Think of family members, friends, family gatherings, etc.
One of the biggest questions that the USCIS officers ask at the interview is whether your family, friends, and others know about your relationship and marriage. Submitting photos of the two of you from your wedding and just random pictures with family and friends answers this question without it even needing to be asked. So definitely make sure to focus on these types of pictures.
Alright, so now let's talk about what not to do with your photos. As discussed previously, please do not submit multiple photos from the same day or event.
To this day, we're getting questions on whether flash drives or videos can be sent to the USCIS, and the answer, it's always no. The USCIS will not be able to access that information, so please make sure to avoid doing that.
And no photo albums either, because whatever you send to the USCIS, they need to scan first. If you submit anything that cannot be scanned, such as a photo album or a flash drive, they will just simply send it back to you.
And a few final comments here. First, we prefer to send color pictures, just because psychologically, those are more enticing to look at. You can absolutely send black and white photos, but the question is, will the human being on the other side actually take the time to look at them? So always please take that into consideration.
Second, as you probably know by now, you will be submitting your photos with Form I-130, since that is the form that establishes the existence of your bona fide relationship.
Form I-130 can either be submitted online or on paper. Now, we still encourage couples to submit it on paper because the USCIS officers are trained to do it on paper, since they've been doing it that way for years, and this online filing is a very new thing.
Plus, keep in mind, you are submitting the rest of your forms on paper, so why not just have it all in one package?
That being said, if you've decided to submit your I-130 online, it's advisable to put all of your photos into one PDF document instead of submitting them all separately.
That's just confusing, since the officer would have to open each picture individually, and who knows if they actually will. So make sure to put everything into one document and name that PDF document accordingly so they know exactly what it is right away.
And if you're submitting your I-130 and all the photos on paper, you can place them in either the beginning of your bona fide marriage evidence or right after your financial evidence, such as bank accounts, insurance, and etc.
Otherwise, thank you for watching this video.
And definitely subscribe, click the bell, comment, and we look forward to seeing you next time.